This is the best of the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz podcast.
We continue our Super Bowl week coverage, not anywhere near Super Bowl week. Mark Ingram going to join us today. Von Miller going to join us. Kenny G, Terry Bradshaw. I want you to hear this Stephen A. Smith sound, Stugotz, and tell me. Stephen A. Smith is after us every day, 1 to 3 on ESPN Radio. This Stephen A. Smith sound here of Media Day, Super Bowl, he's in the middle of everything up there. He is, in fact, wait a minute. I'm just looking at the TV now. Stephen A. Smith is bathing in applause at the Super Bowl while Max Kellerman is back in Bristol.
Yep.
Oh, and Stephen A. is drinking up the applause. He is doing the Hulk Hogan hand to the ear because everyone at the Super Bowl is real happy to see Stephen A. Can we call Max and find out why he's not there, why he's back at the studio in Bristol? Is this part of ESPN cuts? Is this part of budget cuts? Why is Gray Max Kellerman back in Bristol while Stephen A. Smith does First Take by himself out there, awash in applause?
I also want to make the assumption that Max is in Bristol. He could very well be in Los Angeles. It's pretty rare that they're both in Bristol.
Oh, okay. Is that what's happening there?
Yeah, and Stephen A.'s not missing a crowd. Plus, he has a radio show to do, and Max does not have a radio show, so I'm guessing...
Wait a minute. You think Max didn't want to go to do First Take at the Super Bowl?
Yes, that's what I'm guessing.
That's a good question. Let's get Max on at some point. Let's put that call out right now. And just ask Max, hey, Max, did you want to be at the Super Bowl to see if we could stir up a controversy on First Take?
It's got to be difficult also traveling with Stephen A. Smith.
You think?
Like everywhere you go, Stephen A. is the guy that everyone wants to talk to. Like, that can't feel good for Max, you know?
Oh, I don't know. I guess it sort of depends on whether or not you like Stephen A. Smith, because certainly I live it with my father.
Yeah.
Like, nobody wants to meet me. They all want to ask me about my father.
Right, but you're good with that because you'd prefer your dad talking to everyone than you.
It's I'm also good with it because I love my dad.
Oh, that too. Yes,
so,
that too. Forgot about that.
And it's the greatest blessing of my professional life to be able to put him on television late in life to give him a purpose.
Close second me.
An everyday purpose. Close second you.
I'll take it.
And so Stephen A. Smith is saying this about Media Day. What are your thoughts here?
A day when idiots, described as media members, are credentialed to go before the Super Bowl participants and actually get in the way of real media members serious about doing their jobs. Think about some of the questions that have been asked on Media Day. To players being asked if they'd like to see their coach in a thong, or Eric Decker getting asked why won't he wear a cup down low. Don't you want to protect the little Deckers? No, y'all. I ain't kidding. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday, Bill Belichick was actually asked if he was ticklish. All joking aside. Now, obviously, a little levity customarily doesn't hurt anything. Laughter's good for the soul. Nobody's denying that. But when it makes a mockery of true journalism, inhibiting true journalists from bringing information on the participants to the forefront in favor of sheer silliness, that's a problem.
Well, it would appear that Stephen A. Smith has a problem with our show.
Pretty much, yep. That's what I was thinking as he was saying that, yeah.
He had the final take cadence there.
Yeah.
That was definitely a final take.
It was a final take.
I mean, if the paid journalist, the real journalist, would ask those questions, then other people wouldn't have to come in and ask those questions for them. Because I want answers to those questions. I at least want people attempting to ask those questions, and maybe, perhaps, you'll get a response. Maybe.
Well, but let me ask.
Who cares?
Hold on. Let me ask the audience this question, right? Because it's America's most popular sport. This is the biggest game. This is the biggest television event every year in our country. And the way that it's covered by Stephen A. Smith is really hugely successful for Stephen A. Smith. He goes in there and he is awash in wrestlers' applause because he has very serious opinions about the journalism that he does. And in that final take, while he briefly allowed you to have levity, he briefly allowed all
very
of
nice
us.
Of him, yeah.
It was very kind.
Yes.
Thank you, Stephen A. It was very kind of him to allow us to have levity. In the middle of that, he's taking sports as seriously as people want sports taken. So when he argues on behalf of the journalism, you can object and say, hey, what about the silliness? If hijinks are allowed, fun's allowed. But he's having a very serious old journalism point that he's making about fun.
Right.
And how do you imagine that's being met by people? Making the serious journalism point of we need to talk to the participants. It's important that we talk to Alshon Jeffrey.
I mean, I don't know. What do you think? Because I think the landscape has shifted and changed a little bit. I think there are some fans who agree with Stephen A. But I also think there are a large portion of fans who are like, hey, man, it's one day. Who cares? Let's ask some fun questions. Big deal.
But what I'm telling you is that Stephen A. Smith has arrived where he is in this profession, taking sports and journalism seriously. So when he's objecting to the journalists not being allowed to do journalism on Media Day, I would stand back from him and say, Stephen, there ain't a whole lot of journalism being done on Media Day by anybody. Not the serious journalists, not the wacky journalists, not there ain't any journalism. That journalism, there's some people doing their job and writing about these people or televising their terrible quotes. But there ain't a whole lot of journalism being done this week by anybody at the Mall of America.
Certainly not on Media Day. It's like guys at podiums.
Well, but I'd go a step further, though. How much journalism is being done this week? Period. By everybody at the Super Bowl. How much stuff that feels like journalism. It's one of, look, man, I'm ultimately siding with old newspaper gas bag, because I am one. I'm siding with Stephen A. Smith on the idea of I wouldn't want anybody getting in my way as I was trying to do my irrelevant job so that they could do their irrelevant job.
I guess the only issue I have, Stephen A. got to being Stephen A., very successful, doing it his way. And Media Day, you get a bunch of people coming in from all over the world. I've been to Media Day several times, all over the world. And yes, some of them don't belong there. Many of them do. Most of them do. But they're trying to make a name for themselves. And sometimes the way you do that is by asking a wacky, crazy question.
The whole thing is gross.
But he could share it. That's what I'm saying. For one day, for a couple hours, you could share it with the people you don't think belong there.
But given what you know about Stephen A. Smith,
you don't want to share.
The answer is no. No.
Stephen A. just wants a Media Day where just he attends.
I'd be good with that.
So would I. I'd be totally good with that. Guillermo, he's deserving. No one is more deserving.
Guillermo, put it on the poll. Would you be okay with Super Bowl Media Day just having the media be Stephen A. Smith? Doing what he does from the Super Bowl.
Right.
No other. All the participants go on the field, and the only ones allowed to ask any questions of them is Stephen A. Smith. His questions, his sensibilities. Like just because one of the great things, this is so rare, Stugotz. On both teams in the Super Bowl, are there combined 2 people more famous than Stephen A. Smith? Is the total 2 people playing on that field in the Super Bowl?
3 Gronk.
I was thinking Brady.
Belichick.
Belichick. Okay, I was
Brady,
thinking. No, I meant players. I was thinking Brady and Gronk.
Okay, yeah, Brady and Gronk in terms of players, I agree with you.
And are you sure about Gronk?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Are you sure about Gronk? Because I'm sure about Brady. Are you sure about Gronk?
I'd be easily won over if we were to have a debate who's more famous, Stephen A. and Gronk, and you were Team Stephen A.
That's interesting to me. Where he's arrived taking sports and journalism seriously, but I sort of wanted to ask you some questions about the jesters, the allowed. I just find so weird, Stugotz, and have found all my life so weird that we treat these things with something beyond respect and reverence when they're games. And so Stephen A's out here talking about Media Day journalism. And we again are treating, like many of the people covering the Super Bowl are doing it very seriously.
Right.
Too seriously. Mm-hmm. And then the one day that they allow the jesters on the field for an hour.
Right.
The serious people are objecting to it. I feel like that's been our entire life in this industry. That the entire life of this radio show has been spent, all 15 years have been spent bumping up against all of that. Where we're like, well, why do you have to respect this thing? It's kind of stupid. Like the Eagles, if Julio Jones stands in the end zone and runs his route and successfully stands up and isn't clumsy, Philadelphia is not in the Super Bowl. If Jacksonville doesn't totally shrivel up,
the Patriots aren't in the Super Bowl.
The Patriots aren't in the Super Bowl.
If a Saints safety doesn't tackle his own man instead of Diggs, then New Orleans is a different matchup for Philadelphia.
The whole thing we're doing is a celebration of sport, a celebration of America, a celebration of us. But why so serious? It's perpetually confusing to me that I keep coming to the circus and there are the clowns, and why is there a pastor on the stage sermonizing to me about the clowns?
But what I'm saying, Dan, it's weird for me, all right? I'm applying my own sensibilities here. I used to take this stuff, as you know, as serious as anybody. And I've changed. I've evolved over time where it's just not that important. Now, maybe that comes with age or just sitting here next to you doing the show. But that stuff's not it's media day is not important to me. I don't care what any of them have to
this
say.
Whole week is
None of them.
This whole week is stupid. The whole week is intergalactically stupid. We will give you the 34th best quarterback in the world, according to Chris Sims, next.
ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive's Home Insurance. Get your quote at Progressive.com today. Here's your SportsCenter update. Greg Monroe has agreed to a contract buyout with the Suns, clearing the way for him to become an unrestricted free agent, and the Celtics and the Pelicans have strong interest. Trailblazers guard C.J. McCollum scored 50 points in 3 quarters of play in Portland's 124-108 rout of the Chicago Bulls. Dollar Shave Club has everything you need for your hair, face, skin, and shower. They have you covered from head to toe, and they deliver it to you, just like they do their razors. Give the club a try today, guys. You're going to love it. Go to dollarshaveclub.com/Dan. For all the latest headlines and information, tune in the SportsCenter on ESPN Radio all throughout the day.
It is Dan and Stu from the Clevelander in South Beach on ESPN Radio.
Catch me and Mike Gola Jr. every Sunday for weekend observations from 7 to 9 a.m. Eastern on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. Chris Sims standing by. He's on time today. He's going to join us here to give us number 34 on the Shell Pennzoil Performance Line.
I am on time today.
Where to go? No pictures? Nothing going on there, Sims?
Well, you know, the paparazzi was following me around a little bit, but I shooed them away. Now I'm hanging out with Mina. I mean, then, you know, Mina's not only cooler than you and Dan, she's a whole lot better looking, too. So it's nice to be sitting next to her.
Well, Mina probably knows more football than any gas bag that's talking
She's
on Radio
cheating.
Row right
I'm looking at his list,
She's
guys.
cheating on my list.
Oh, my God. It's going to blow your mind. I'm seeing like a preview of the future.
Yeah, you better watch.
Wait a minute. Mina, you know who number 34 is? You've got the list in front of you?
I am above 30. I just saw 34 through the 20s.
Yep, she's seeing stuff in there.
Hold on a second.
Some crazy decisions.
Sims.
Hold on.
Yes.
Put that thing away.
No.
I'm talking about the list. Put it
That's
away.
classified info.
All right, just put it away,
All right,
Sims.
hold on a second. Mina Kimes.
Cheater, Mina.
Mina, who is the 34th best quarterback
He closed it.
in the world?
is
Sims, open
it?
up your piece of paper.
Yeah,
Let's
show
Okay.
it to me
Yep,
again.
here we go.
Am I
Let's do it.
announcing it for him?
Yes, hold on.
ahead.
We'll do it again.
This is insane,
hold on.
but the
Hold
answer
on.
is...
Hold on.
Mina, hold on.
Sorry.
Slow down.
Hold on.
I'm sorry, guys.
Hold your horses.
I'm ready.
So this list, Blake Bortles was the 70th ranked quarterback in the universe according to Chris Sims, and now the list has gotten crazy because Eli Manning is 38, and Geno Smith is ahead of him, and Colt McCoy is ahead of him, Brett Hundley is ahead of him, and Chris Sims has argued these things very well. So, number 34, the 34th best quarterback in the world, according to Chris Sims through Mina Kimes, is...
I do not condone this, but it is A.J. McCarron.
What?
Wow.
Who said, was it Sims?
That was me. Yeah, what? She doesn't condone this? What?
Wow.
I saw some of the names above and below.
well,
and
hold
oh
on
my
a second.
God.
Wait,
Hold
so
on.
now I'm wondering, is Dalton going to be on the list?
Hold on. Hold on.
Is he?
This is a good question.
Huh.
It's a good question. But this is what I would like. If you the guys don't mind, I would love for Mina Kimes, because I'm telling you, Mina knows football better than anyone sitting at those tables on Radio Row, like the advanced metrics. I'm talking. I would love for you guys to argue about what's on the list. Mina, if they're what is the most objectionable thing that you've seen on Chris Sims's list?
Give it away.
without skipping ahead.
No,
obviously.
no. You're right. We're not skipping ahead. You want to go back to the old? She's not allowed to see that
We
part.
can look before. Chris, you guys, you have to see this. His hand is like clutching his list and covering it.
Yep, I am.
Attaboy,
I'm not
Sims.
letting no
Good.
free
it's
looks
gold.
right.
It's gold.
Clear
It's your
code.
golden ticket, Sims. You're going to ride it. You're going to ride it right into
Clear.
your father's media career.
I mean, where to begin
You
with
jerks.
this?
You're both jerks.
They're
We love
all
you.
so bad at this point.
Hold
it
on,
is, I
hold
guess,
on. Mina, look at that list, please, and tell me what you're finding most objectionable. 70 through 34 there.
All right.
70 through 34.
Whoa! Bridgewater at 49 below Geno.
I mean, he's got one leg. Yes, he's at 49. He hasn't played football in 2 years, Mina. I can't put him too high up. I got to see some proof first.
We know what his talent is, and it's an injury that you can recover from.
Well, we haven't seen him recover or seen his talent as of late, so I have to judge him that way.
Do you believe in climate change?
I do totally believe in climate change.
Right.
Yes, I am a organic and a lover of the environment. Yes.
What the hell just happened?
I don't know. She asked me that. I don't know. What the hell
I know. I haven't seen the climate change, but I know it's real, and I know Teddy Bridgewater is pretty good.
What? We have tons of evidence with climate change. We have real answers. Like we know we have the science. It's not a theory anymore.
It's really ahead of 34 where it gets bumped.
Yeah,
I don't feel like it is a theory that Teddy Bridgewater should be higher than that.
Yeah, like we have evidence. It's the same stuff we use to say climate change is real.
Well, evidence from 2 years ago.
I'm with Sims on this.
We're with Sims.
We're going to bring people back from 10 years ago. Well, we have evidence he was good, back in 2009. So
Bridgewater came back for like a play and he threw an interception. That's why he's 49.
Yeah, we're with you, Sims. We're with you.
Yep, I appreciate it.
Hold on a second. If we're going to do a version of First Take here on the fly ad lib or around the horn, in terms who gets the point there? Who got the point? Hold on, let me go around the room. Guillermo, who got the point there between Chris Sims and Mina Kimes on the Teddy Bridgewater argument?
Chris Sims.
Roy.
Okay, whoa. If
hold on, we're not arguing each one of these.
Agreeing that Teddy Bridgewater is worse than Geno Smith and all of these guys, Stanton, Moore, EJ Manuel, guys. He has EJ Manuel above Teddy Bridgewater.
Yes.
Just take a moment and let that marinate.
He's played recently.
But it's Bridgewater with one leg.
Yeah.
So I could go out, throw 3 throws, and by virtue of me having more passing volume would be better than Teddy Bridgewater, is what you're saying.
Teddy Bridgewater was not even the backup quarterback in the playoffs, Mina. I can't. They put Sam Bradford as the backup and deactivated Teddy.
And Aaron Rodgers is hurt. We haven't seen him throw in a while.
Well, you're going to see him very high at the top, okay? But we did see him throw.
That's a teaser.
Keep the list to yourself.
I will.
Seriously, you're a leaky faucet.
Well, I mean, that was no shocker. You thought he was going to be
Aaron Rodgers and how high he is.
You knew he was going to be up towards the top.
I didn't know that. This list is so crazy. I don't know where anyone is.
No, this list is like reality, and I'm just trying to explain to the world.
You're going to pivot to make this the Aaron Rodgers list when you make him 21.
That's not going to happen because Aaron Rodgers is the man. He's definitely not going to be at 21.
Thank you.
Okay.
Mina, hold on a second.
Yes.
Hold on. Mina, what else is objectionable on this list? Anything else worth?
I don't want her to see it.
Whenever
this
we're
is
done
classified.
talking about
we sent this to the White House. They're under review. This is classified info.
He keeps shutting the laptop, literally like a kid in class who doesn't want to be cheated on. Like I'm the jock.
I was the cheater. No, I was the cheater for sure.
Why?
I think we can all agree that Chris Sims was the type of person who cheated off of Mina Kimes.
Yes.
In class.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
Agreed.
Wait a minute.
Mina's right about that. Point Mina.
All right. Mina. All right. I think that Chris Sims and Mina Kimes should do the escape room. I think we should knock out. You got more time for us later today?
Well, who are you knocking out, Stanzik or Barnwell?
I need Barnwell.
I think the comedy team of Mina and Sims is what we need to send to the escape room. All right, we'll keep negotiating with you. We'll talk to you guys later. Thank you.
All right, thanks for having us. See you guys.
Say hi to Lefko.
Mark Ingram, he's from Bleacher Report, by the way. Lefko and Sims. Mark Ingram's going to join us next.
Stugatz wants a new boat. Time for some more ads.
I'm a bit of a greeting card snob. I always check the back of the card to see if the person who gave it to me put effort into picking it. It's not a Hallmark. Trash.
I'm with you on that.
How about that?
Totally, I'm with you on that. Yes.
How about that?
Yep.
Does it say Hallmark? Does my friend care and love? Not if it doesn't say Hallmark.
Wait, if you get a card that's not a Hallmark, you just throw it in the trash?
Garbage.
Yeah. I do the same. Does it feel special? It's almost Valentine's Day, and that means you need to go out and buy your lady a card. Do it now, guys. But don't go out and buy her just any card. Pick up a truly special card from Hallmark Signature. Seriously, if you're looking for the best because she's the best, these are the kind of cards that make an impression, as in she'll be impressed and feel loved, which is a win-win for you, my friends. You can find the perfect Hallmark Signature Valentine's Day card today, wherever Hallmark cards are sold.
This is the biggest show in the world.
ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. The Dan Le Batard Show is brought to you by Pennzoil Synthetics, taking synthetic motor oil performance to a whole new level. Make the switch to Pennzoil Synthetics today. Mark Ingram going to join us in just a minute here on the Shell Pennzoil Performance Line. Here's your SportsCenter update. Greg Monroe has agreed to a contract buyout with the Suns, clearing the way for him to become an unrestricted free agent, and the Celtics and the Pelicans have strong interest. Trailblazers guard C.J. McCollum scored 50 points in 3 quarters of play in Portland's 124-108 rout of the Bulls. And finally, Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak told Business Insider that he doesn't believe anything Elon Musk says.
Oh, God.
My man!
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Woz. It's all talk. I mean, all this guy Musk does is talk. Nothing ever gets done. When's that train going to happen? The train that's supposed to get me from Orlando to the studio in 14 minutes. Been hearing about it for 5 years. And Woz, stop stealing my material. When would you prefer to spot that criminal? Before or after he gets into your home? Blink Motion activated security cams alert you the instant they detect someone casing your home. Get 3 Blink cams with the other guys charged for 1, plus 10% off right now at blinkprotect.com/Dan. That's blinkprotect.com/Dan. For all the latest headlines and information, tune in to SportsCenter on ESPN Radio all throughout the day.
Mark Ingram with us now. He's going to be a studio analyst for the Madden NFL Club Championship Final, airing tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Now. This backfield was the best backfield in the sport this year.
Yep, and my backfield, which included him in my big fantasy league, helped me win a lot of money.
That's not the worst.
I love Ingram.
Oh, that's so lame. That's so lame. Ingram, tell him how lame that is. How lame the guy is who says, oh, you won me so much money in fantasy. Light him up, Ingram.
Hey, man, no, I'm with him. I'm with him. I got your back, baby.
Thank you, Mark. That's what I'm talking about, man.
Yes, sir.
Seriously, thank you for having such a big season
for the love of God, shut up.
Hey, every time I was running the ball, I was thinking about your fantasy team, man.
Thank you, man. I know you were. You ran like it, man.
Ingram's got this down.
And it's why I kept you in the lineup, Mark.
Wait a minute. Wait, what a fraud this Ingram is wandering around through fantasy fans. He's got all the lines. I did it for you, baby.
Yeah. Hey, you get it. You get the fantasy stuff every single day, no matter where you go. So you just, you learn to, have fun with it.
Ingram, how many times in your life have you said, I did it for you, baby? And when someone does give me a number to this question. When someone says something about fantasy, give me a number of times you said, did it for you, baby.
483.
Is that your move? Do you have a second move you go to?
My second move is I'll try my best.
All right. Yeah, that's a weaker effort.
I'll give you my best. Man.
You gave me your best this year, man. I appreciate it.
Enough. Do you have a third option? Do you have a third option that you might go to make it fantasy?
You should have been a better fantasy GM.
Oh, yeah. Oh, when they complain.
Nice.
Yeah.
I took you.
Oh, you got to put down.
You're killing me in fantasy, man. Well, you should be a better fantasy GM.
That's right.
I love that.
So I want to talk to you. Are you at the food court right now? Are you at the food court?
Yes, I'm at Media Row right in the food court, man.
All right, so what is the best sample? Like, what is Mark Ingram's, like, he's going to go over there and grab a toothpick or something, and it better be this.
I'm looking at Shake Shack right now, so, man, a little Oreo shake sounds amazing right now. So,
but when you walk around that food court, right? They have toothpicks and each one has a sample. Like, do you go bourbon chicken? Is that the one you go with?
Chicken.
Oh, the orange chicken.
I told you guys orange chicken. I told you guys orange chicken. Man. You wouldn't let me be right, and I told you guys orange chicken is good.
Yep.
And you guys are sitting here with bourbon chicken.
No, I gotta have the orange chicken, man.
The poll told you bourbon, man.
Right.
I mean, we do everything by polls around here, Ingram, and the poll said that everyone goes with bourbon chicken.
Hey, I don't like doing the popular thing. I like, being myself.
You and Dan will get along then.
Yeah. Mark Ingram with us again. Studio analyst for the Madden NFL Club Championship Final, airing tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Now. Now, I do not mean to insult you. You are a magnificent athlete. I know all of your accomplishments, but I do feel like for a running back, you seem like you really like food. Am I where you're like, I'll have Oreos. I got no problem. Like, you're super fit and stuff, but I feel like if I let you go, you might go and eat the way I do.
Listen, man, running backs are fat boys at heart. I'm telling you. Running backs are fat boys at heart, and I love my food. Don't play with my food. I'm going to grub. And the quickest way for me to get angry and cranky is not eating. I got to have my food.
And now, are you a clean eater, or do you just eat whatever you want?
See, I will eat clean when need be. But I will have me some, fried Oreos, fried chicken, fried shrimp basket, all that good stuff, smothered pork chops, all that.
All right, so when Mark Ingram is going crazy.
And he lives in a great city for food,
so
by the
good,
way. Yes.
So good.
Yes.
So when you're going crazy, though, what's Mark Ingram going to hit and where he might even feel some shame afterward because he ate too much?
Oh, man. I went to Chick-fil-A yesterday, and I had a chicken sandwich. I had a 8-count chicken nugget with a large fry and a large Arnold Palmer. I didn't feel too good about myself after that.
Right.
But,
Polynesian sauce or?
Chick-fil-A sauce and barbecue.
Well done, man. Proud of you,
You're
man.
good at this. Yeah. You're good. What is Ingram better at, running a football or eating?
Oh, I could run the ball, but I could also eat. You feel me?
You didn't answer my question.
Better? Running the ball. Better.
Yeah. You ran it well for me this year, man.
Yeah, you mentioned that. Yeah, he was great for your fantasy team. Do you have a great Nick Saban story for us?
A great Saban story.
Yeah. You got anything good for us? You seem like you're a good storyteller.
Man, Coach Saban, man, that dude is crazy. That dude is so funny. But
funny?
Yeah, bro. He's serious, but listen, he really thinks he's a jokester. I'm trying to tell you. He thinks he got all the jokes. He thinks he's a comedian. But I'm trying to think of a story for y'all that's appropriate right at the moment.
I don't want the appropriate one.
Right.
I can't
it's the other one.
I can't put my dog out there like that.
It's the other one. It's the one that puts your dog out there. That's the one that I want.
Man, you did a lot for that dog.
Yeah, you did so much for that dog. Let's go.
Hey, listen.
You're not going to give us that one? That's it. We'll move on. If you're not giving us that one.
I can't give it to you.
All right.
I can't give it to you. Next time in person, I'll give you the story, okay?
I don't believe you. I believe you're treating me insincerely like you do all of your fantasy fans.
Don't do me like that.
I mean, honestly, Mark, when are we going to see you in person? I mean, I see you every week because I coach your team. But
I heard y'all down there in Miami. I'm right up the road in Boca, man. I just left yesterday.
All right.
Oh, let's go.
All right.
It's not exactly up the road, I got to be honest.
See, it's not far, though.
No, it's not that far.
No,
Let me ask you this question, if I may.
It's just straight down the turnpike. I'm right there by y'all.
That's right.
All right.
Mark Ingram will be a studio analyst for the Madden NFL Club Championship Final, airing tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Now. How often, and I know you and Kamara are huge friends, how often do you remind him that he had to leave Alabama because he was the fourth-string running back and you won the Heisman Trophy there?
I told him we accept him. He wanted to be great. He wanted to be a champion, so he came to Alabama. And some things, it didn't work out, but he was able to go to Tennessee and have enough success where he's about to win the Rookie of the Year.
Mark, you're being very gentle with him. Yeah. When you're in private and riding him the way that friends ride each other.
Oh, my goodness.
No, I didn't mean it like that. No.
Sounded weird.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, all right, let's just end on that note. See you later, Ingram.
No, I got to plug my Madden, man.
Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Plug it.
Listen, man, I'm here with the Madden NFL 18 Club Championship. There's 32 players representing 32 teams. They're playing for $500,000 and 2 Super Bowl tickets. And tonight, the final is going down on ESPN2 at 8 p.m. Central. I'm the analyst of the game, so make sure y'all tune in and check that out because it's going to be a good time.
Madden NFL Club Championship Final airing tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Now.
Mark, I'll mail you your ring, okay? I have a ring for you. I'll put it in the mail.
God,
okay?
with this. Enough with this.
And I'm about 10
fantasy
minutes.
championship ring, I need that.
Yeah, I got one for you, man. You're my MVP.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
True or false? You have made fun of Kamara more than 10 times in your life because he was the fourth-string running back and left Alabama, and you won the Heisman Trophy.
True.
Okay, thank you.
Now to the good stuff.
Like that guy, man.
No, you're gross.
What do you mean I'm gross?
You're gross.
Guy won me a title.
It is not complicated. It is very simple. It's Valentine's Day. It's time to show your love. It's time to pick up a Hallmark card. It's tradition, people. You know this name. When you think greeting cards, you think Hallmark. Tell them, Stugat.
Yep, no doubt about it. It's almost Valentine's Day, guys, right around the corner. That means you need to go out and buy your lady a card. Do it today. Get it over with. Do it right now. But don't go out and buy her just any card. Don't do that. Pick up a truly special card from Hallmark Signature. Seriously, if you're looking for the best because she's the best, these are the kind of cards that make an impression. As in, she'll be impressed. And feel loved, which is a win-win for you, my friends. You can find the perfect Hallmark Signature Valentine's Day card today. Do it right now, wherever Hallmark cards are sold.
Don't forget, You can hear more of my sons Dan and Stu weekdays starting at 10 Eastern on ESPN Radio and ESPNU.
Hi, everyone. Stugotz here. Support for the Dan Le Batard Show podcast comes from our friends at Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. Chances are you're confident when it comes to your work, your hobbies, and your life. Rocket Mortgage gives you that same level of confidence when it comes to buying a home or refinancing your existing home loan. With Rocket Mortgage, you can apply simply and understand fully so you can mortgage confidently. To get started, go to rocketmortgage.com/Stugotz, STUGOTZ, equal housing lender, licensed in all 50 states, NMLS consumeraccess.org number 3030. ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. Drivers who switch to Progressive can save an average of $620. Guest on the Dan Le Batard Show appear via the Shell Pennzoil Performance Line. Here's your SportsCenter update. New England Patriots team president Jonathan Kraft said that Tom Brady earned the right to decide when he retires. I agree with that. The Chicago Bulls have decided to shut down Nikola Mirotic until the trade deadline passes as they continue working to find a deal that makes sense for both sides. And finally, Coca-Cola was originally green. Everyone wants to look as great as their date at a wedding or special event. Now you can with rental suits and tuxedos from thebblacktux.com. The Black Tux is your new way to rent. To get $20 off your purchase, visit thebblacktux.com/Dan. For all the latest headlines and information, tune in to SportsCenter on ESPN Radio all throughout the day.
What a menace this dude is. Von Miller in the Super Bowl, you saw him, it was just a ravaging. And he's been great for a long time. He's with us on behalf of Old Spice's Red Collection of premium scents. Learn more about the Red Collection at oldspice.com. This was odd because I thought it would have been the Febreze bathroom stuff that Terrell Owens was selling around here the other day because I've been told that Von Miller is a serial meeting room farter. And so I'd like to start the interview there, even though it's a little bit aggressive, Von.
So Febreze makes more sense to you?
Yeah, it makes more sense to me. But Old Spice, that there are fine scents. I don't associate Von Miller with fine scents.
Yes, but sometimes when I go to the bathroom and it's bad, I use Old Spice to kind of spray the room down.
Oh, do you?
Yes,
okay,
absolutely.
Very good. Von, defend yourself. Thank you for joining us, by the way. Defend yourself.
See, it starts before, the farts. And like you said before, I'm excited to team up with Old Spice again and introduce the new Captain scent from the Red Collection. You guys can now get premium scents without the fancy bottles and the fancy price tag. So it's for guys like me and you, thanks to Old Spice.
Okay, but how does this work though with you in the meeting rooms? Like how many fines have you accrued for this?
What I use is I use the Old Spice Fiji body spray.
No, don't do this, Miller. Miller, stop doing this. We can go back to talking about Old Spice, but I'll do that. No, I'll do this in exchange for me being able to ask you a single fart question.
Okay.
Then you will come back and you will give us Old Spice talk, and then I will ask a follow-up fart question, that's how we're going to do this.
I'm ready. I got you.
All right, very good. This is not very often that we get to do it this way. We made Von Miller back down. Nobody makes Von Miller back down.
Nope.
Old Spice. Well, we didn't do it. Old Spice did it. So, how many times have you been fined for farting in meeting rooms? Give me a number.
Early in my career, I think it was the Super Bowl year 2015. Farts were $500 a pop. And
wow.
I end up getting hit for about $15,000. So
fun.
So what is that? That is what 30. That's 30
farts. 30 farts over the course. That's over a season of meeting rooms.
Yeah, over a season. So that's low. I can really knock out 30 in like a week.
All right. So
I'm just thinking if there's a $500 fine, I try to hold that thing in, man.
I see the way I feel about it. We are grown men. We are grown men. I am not about to get up out of my seat, go outside, pass gas, and come back in. That's just not what I'm about to do. I'm gonna take the fine.
More than that, you're not just grown men. You're barbarians. You're modern day gladiators.
Just think about it, and I get it. If everybody just start farting, it'd create. The workplace would not be bearable. I get that, but I'm not about to move. I'm just gonna have to take that one, and then it's going to my guys anyway. So I'm not really worried about that one.
Tell me about Old Spice Red Collection of premium scents.
Like I said before, I'm here with Old Spice to introduce the new Captain scent from the Red Collection. Guys can now get premium scents without the pricey bottles and the pricey, price tags. It's scent for guys like me and you.
Wow. So you've got so that's the pitch, though. It's going to be the same one every time. Are you reading that? Or you got to memorize?
Yeah. It's just when you create a lifestyle, it just becomes habit. It's just I'm just built like that.
But I feel like it's perfect for you, but maybe not me.
Old Spice is good for guys like us, real men.
Okay. Okay. Agree to disagree, but no. Okay. No, I agree with you. I agree with you. For us.
He means when Vaughn says us, he means me and Vaughn. That's
I'm a captain. I'm a captain on the football field, so to be working with Old Spice and new captain scent is only
nice.
right.
There you go. Tell me a crazy story about this Wolf guy you play with, who he likes to taunt Tom Brady and says, "I'm going to eat your children" and stuff.
Oh yeah, Derek Wolf. He's have you ever seen like Mighty Ducks?
Yes.
So Wolf is one of the Bash brothers. It's Wolf and it's Talib. It's Wolf and it's Talib. And
Talib. Yeah.
And if you let those guys go, it's your kid. You gotta censor the microphone whenever you're watching at home.
All right.
But having guys like Wolf, man, I tell you what, it's like having your big brother out there. You're going to a fight at school and you got your big brother with you. He's just that comfort. You got a beast inside, and I love playing with Wolf. That's my right hand man.
Vaughn, are you wrestling with the microphone? Are you wrestling it to the ground? Are you trying to sack the microphone? What is happening? Are you doing a swim move on the microphone?
I don't know. It's just I don't know what's going on.
All right. But wait a minute. The Wolf guy. Are you Von Miller, bad man? Who are you more afraid of? And I understand you probably don't fear a whole lot of human beings, but if you had to choose Wolf or Talib,
dang, that's a tough one.
Yeah, it is.
Both of them about the same. This is really where the line, is crossed that decides, whoever is the meanest guy. Lieb is not going to let it go. Lieb is going to carry it on for days and days and weeks and years, and he's just not going to let it go. Wolf, over time, he'll find somebody else to
torment.
Yeah, he'll find somebody else, but Lieb he has a very good memory. He just remember what happened, so you can forget it, and then 2 years later he right back in your face.
Well, how much did you love the chain snatching?
Crab is my guy. Like Crab, if it was anybody else, I would be like, yeah, snatch his chain.
Oh, very conflicting. But
wow,
he's your friend.
Does Talib know that? Or
we're all from Dallas together, and I gotta play middleman here. I try to calm both sides down. That's my situation with those guys. Those guys, they're gonna do whatever they're gonna do. But I'm the guy in the middle, just trying to bring us together in this relationship.
Peacemaker.
Well, this is what I want to understand about the menacing Von Miller. He's with us on behalf of Old Spice's Red Collection of premium scents. Learn more about the Red Collection at OldSpice.com. I'm going to play some sound for you here, Von, of Aaron Rodgers telling us a story about crazy Kyle Vanden Bosch. Do you know who Kyle Vanden Bosch is?
He used to play for the Detroit Lions for a long time.
Crazy Kyle Vanden Bosch. He reminds me of this Wolf guy that plays with you.
100%.
And so what happens is Aaron Rodgers tells this story about where Kyle Vanden Bosch is running around the field with no regard whatsoever for the play. He's just mad, and he's just screaming and yelling after Aaron Rodgers while chasing him. I'm going to get you, Rodgers. I'm going to get you. Do you ever do stuff like that? Do you do any stuff like that where you're chasing someone down and you don't mind chasing them down and telling them you're going to chase them down?
No. He has energy out of this world to be doing that. I don't really have stamina like that. When the play is over, I'm done. I really don't even talk to the other team. I just do a whole bunch of looking. They look at me, I look at them. It's really not, any talking. I listen to my guys on defense, and it's all mental for me. I really don't like to get into.
So you don't get angry? Do you get angry at the guy you're playing with? How often does that How often are you playing against someone that you dislike?
I would never get angry at one individual player. It's usually the situation. Like we're down by 10 or we're down by 15 and we just can't do anything offensively and defensively. That's where I get angry. I never get angry, at another guy for trying to stop me. It's just, I'm gonna beat him eventually. So I really don't, get tied and, anger with the other team. I just try to, focus, stay calm, and I always like to think that this next play coming up is my play to make.
Vaughn, how much money does Brock Osweiler owe your defense for that $72 million contract?
Give us a number.
Give us a number. How much of that should be yours?
Hold on. In exchange for giving us a number there, I will ask you another Old Spice question.
Deal
or no deal?
I mean, no deal. Brock, he earned all of that.
No, he didn't. Talib said he didn't earn it. Talib didn't say Talib said he should be sending us gifts.
That's Talib. You know, you asking Vaughn. I'm telling you. Brock is my guy. I love Brock. That season that he had, you know, quarterbacks get paid off of less than what Brock had done. So, you know, I feel like Brock, he earned that. You know, he won games for us. He came through with us, and his potential was through the roof at that moment. So that $72 million, he earned that, in my opinion.
What's the single most important thing the Eagles have to do to beat the Patriots?
The Eagles they just have to be who they are in defense. They can't show up and they have to be the Eagles' defense. Fletcher Cox is going to play out of his mind. Brandon Graham is going to play out of his mind. Chris Long, Vinny Curry. That defensive line is going to win the game for him. Yesterday I went with the Patriots, but today I'm going with the Eagles.
Your words mean nothing.
Oh, I love you, Von Miller.
Your words mean nothing,
yes.
Serial farter.
Listen to me. Next table you go to, pick the Eagles again. Okay?
You should do this.
The Eagles have the better offensive line. The Eagles have the better defensive line.
Vaughn, at the next table, you need to pick the Falcons. You need to pick the Saints. Like, just change your pick everywhere you're going.
Everywhere.
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
No, but today I'm feeling like the Eagles, though. You can't, I mean, to beat Tom Brady, you have to have pressure up the middle. And Fletcher Cox, that's what he does better than anything else. They have corners that defend on the outside, and Nick Foles is not going to lose a game for him. So
one name that you enjoy watching, that Von Miller enjoys watching play, whether it's this guy or somebody else. One name.
J.J. Watt.
Woo!
What?
I like watching J.J. Watt play.
Well, you haven't been watching him a lot lately, that's for sure.
Whoa!
I mean, he's been injured. Everybody battles through injury. J.J. he has 3 Defensive Player of the Years. Shoe in for the Hall of Fame, and he's only 7 years in the league. Really revolutionized the game. He's 6'8". Nobody can really block him inside, outside. You know, he's Superman on the field and off the field. Yeah, that's my guy. I love
That's good. That's good work by you.
Mainly off the field, though.
Right? We would agree. Knock it off.
Well, no, he did great work off the field.
No,
he did.
It's finest work. You can't. Like I know it's the media and you're a radio host, but you cannot sit here and say that J.J. Watt he's finished.
Oh, I can, and I will.
No, what?
He is not. He's the warrior of all warriors. He'll be right back.
Finished?
All right.
Still got you've upgraded.
He reminds us of that every single day.
You've upgraded to J.J. Watt is finished?
Yes.
That is unfortunate.
Yes.
That is unfortunate.
Unbelievable. You're going to enrage Von Miller right now.
I love you, Von.
I'm going to flip this table. Move out the way.
Yes, all right. See you later, Von. Thank you for being on with us, sir.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Dan's new water world isn't going to pay for itself.
Hey, finished. I got a little carried away there. He's got like 25 sacks next year. He'll let us know about every one of them.
It's not complicated. It's very simple. No. I did this one already. That's my bad. I had a zero tolerance policy on this. I don't know what we're going to do about this. 1-800-Flowers, people. No, I read the wrong one again.
Wait a second. Hold on.
But it's also 1-800-Flowers, so I'm saved here. Card, candy, and flowers are in the Valentine's Day playbook. Let 1-800-Flowers be that go-to player for you. Tell them more, Stu Gott.
Yep, right now you can score up to 60% off best-selling bouquets, arrangements, and gifts. That's right, 60% off select items that she's guaranteed to love. 60% off, guys. What are you waiting for? With an amazing selection of sweets, treats, and bouquets, 1-800-Flowers has everything you need for Valentine's. She'll never guess how great of a deal you scored. 1-800-Flowers works with premier farms around the world to ensure you get the best flowers available for the best price possible. Up to 60% off best-selling bouquets and gifts really is the perfect reward for thinking ahead and ordering early. Just pick your delivery date and let 1-800-Flowers handle the rest. When it comes to Valentine's, don't settle for anything less than my Rose Authority. 1-800-Flowers.com to order beautiful Valentine's bouquets, arrangements, and gifts up to 60% off. Do it today, guys. Go to 1-800-Flowers.com. Click the radio icon. Enter code Dan. Order today and save 60% at 1-800-Flowers.com. Code Dan.
This show is bigger than Elvis.
Get in touch with the show anytime through the 1-800-Flowers Twitter feed at Le Batard Show at Stugott790. Dan, it is time for Straight Talk. It is brought to you by Straight Talk Wireless. Best phones, best networks, no contracts.
How did we feel about that with Von Miller? Because he was nice enough, but he didn't say very much, and that's always the conundrum for me on Radio Row.
Right.
Talk to famous guy just because he's famous, and it doesn't matter whether it's interesting or entertaining. He was very nice.
Sure.
And it could be the fault of the questions. I thought that's the reason I avoid Radio Row right there.
Von Miller.
I'm just saying what happened in that interview.
I understand.
And he was very polite. He was very nice. I'm just talking about the content for the audience.
It started off for our audience, though, because that's a big difference. They have an expectation. It started off fun with the farting and stuff, and then it kind of went downhill from there, I thought. I don't know.
It was enjoyable enough. It was by far our weakest effort from Radio Row so far, which has been pretty much a positive experience throughout, and that was the one that Dan especially had to work hard on it. It was a good job pass blocking on that one.
But you're brutally honest with us, Mike. Was that on us or was that on Von Miller?
Von Miller is really good at selling stuff.
Yeah, he was just reticent to say anything, but you say that was our weakest effort from Radio Row. I beg to differ. Mina Kimes with us now on ESPN Radio. Where are you? What are you doing? Are you at the escape room?
Yeah, we appear to be in some sort of cabin. The premise of the escape room is that we have to find gold by solving puzzles. We have to solve some puzzles to get into the cabin. I've mostly been doing supervising. Right now I'm kind of crouching in the corner watching everyone else solve the puzzles. I helped with that. Not really. You don't have to be nice.
Okay, hold on a second. I don't understand. This is not a visual medium. I don't understand why we're checking in with you. I don't understand
what are we doing?
Why you're with Dynamite Dave and Bill Barnwell.
It's Dynamite Dan. That's a fun.
Mother. Yeah. But I do want to understand what it is that you're presently doing. I don't understand the whole idea of this.
Yeah. So basically, to get to the gold, which is the premise of the room, you have to solve puzzles, like word and number puzzles that unlock a progressive series of treasure boxes. So they've gotten through about half of them, and I've nodded approvingly, but we're, I think, about 50% done. No, really? Okay. Well, I thought we were. You guys are doing good, I think. So that's how it works, Dan. You got to solve the puzzles. I think it's like a team building thing.
What's Barnwell doing?
He's holding a shotgun right now, and also supervising.
Mina, why didn't you lead with shotgun? You're a journalist. Why did you bury the lead? Why didn't you?
The shotgun, it's like a prop. Mina. I don't think it. Oh, does it have a puzzle too?
Mina.
Oh, never mind.
Mina.
It has a puzzle too.
Mina, we're asking you we're doing a radio bit from Mall of America. We're making a ridiculous joke of the Super Bowl being at a Mall of America. You are in an escape room, and instead of telling us Bill Barnwell is holding a shotgun, you told us I'm kind of helping and hiding in a corner, while not giving us that Bill Barnwell is holding a shotgun right now.
This is what happens when you get me instead of Marty Smith being the fun person.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, you're right about that.
All right, get out of here.
Put Barnwell on next time.
No, I don't want to talk to Barnwell. Get Mina on a zip line.
What's Dynamite Dave doing?
Get her out of the escape room and get her on a zip line or a roller coaster.
So fun, y'all. I'm just having a blast out here in Mall of America.
All right, get out of here.
Is that your patronizing fake Marty Smith?
Who was that? Was that?
I'm trying to be like a fun love. Of course, I don't know.
That was Marty Smith as a Southern. That was I thought that was just a cliched stereotype Southerner. That was a Marty Smith attempt.
No, you want Marty Smith? I'm trying to give you Marty Smith.
No, I just thought not terrible. And Bill Barnwell with a shotgun. Like that's all I want.
Where's Dynamite Dave?
Walking around carrying it. It's terrifying.
Where's Stanzik?
See you later. Get her on a zip line.
That is Straight Talk. It is brought to you by Straight Talk Wireless, nationwide coverage on America's largest and most dependable 4G LTE networks.
The biggest show on earth.
Oh, is he going to do it live again for us? He's going to do the Sports Center music live for us again?
All right, Kenny. Let's just have Kenny if we can. Can we do that?
Yeah, let's go ahead and just do
ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. Guests on the Dan Le Batard Show appear via the Shell Pennzoil Performance Line. Kenny G going to be there in a second. Here's your SportsCenter update. New England Patriots team president Jonathan Kraft said that Tom Brady earned the right to decide when he retires. He's right. The Chicago Bulls have decided to shut down Nikola Mirotic until the trade deadline passes as they continue working to find a deal that makes sense for both sides. And finally, Justin Timberlake has been rehearsing 8 to 10 hours a day for the Super Bowl halftime show. Get your Valentine's needs knocked out today with the best flash sale ever offered by 1-800-Flowers.com. For a limited time, you could score up to 60% off best-selling bouquets, arrangements, and gifts. To order, go to 1-800-Flowers.com. Click the radio icon, enter code Dan. For all the latest headlines and information, tune to the Sports Center on ESPN Radio all throughout the day.
Kenny G is with us now on ESPN Radio. It is something of a Super Bowl tradition. He comes over here and he just spends the whole week with us doing stuff like this. And then over the course of the week, Stugotz gets more aggressive with who he asks him to get for us. And then next thing you know, last year, we're talking to Kenny G and Richard Marks about that time that Richard Marks foiled a hostage situation on a plane with a rope. So yes, you remember this. So now I'm told that Kenny G, yesterday you were bothering Kenny G because you're like, get us Jackie Chan. You are now using Kenny G as a pawn in your celebrity game.
I was thinking at the beginning of the week of asking him to get Phil Mickelson. Yesterday, I pivoted to Jackie Chan because he told a great story about Jackie Chan, and I have no idea. Like, I hope Kenny brought something to the table today.
Well, let's see. Well, no, he says he's got a surprise celebrity guest for us. Kenny G just bringing over friends to hang out with us, but I don't know who it is. So, Kenny, do we want to guess as an audience when he starts talking, or do you want to introduce your friend?
No, I think you guys should absolutely guess, and I'm sure you'll get it right away. But he won't be doing this. He won't do that.
All right, well,
that's me.
Should we play it like mystery guess? Should I ask him questions about himself to sort of guess who he is so that the audience can guess? Can you give us some of the story behind who? So it's not Jackie Chan. Did you reach out to Jackie Chan?
I did not. He's very hard to get a hold of when I'm not in China. So yeah.
Right, okay, but is the celebrity that you got us very hard to get a hold of? Hold on, let me ask the celebrity that you got us. Celebrity that
hard. He's very hard to get a hold of.
All right, Kenny. Should it be short questions? Let's see if we do this for the audience. Celebrity mystery person. Can we guess your who you are based on one syllable of your voice?
Yeah.
Oh, he disguised his voice.
Wow.
I got to disguise my voice so you'll know right away.
Wait, I think I know who it is.
Oh, damn it.
No, it's obvious who it is. Wait, what do you mean? You think you know who it is? Yeah, I think it's Ray Romano trying to disguise his voice.
That's who I thought it was.
Is it that?
Well, how are you two friends?
No, this is exciting. Seriously.
Wait a minute.
No. My kids, who are because my kids are 13 now, and they're watching like shows I grew up watching, and they're into Everyone Loves Raymond. This is going to be such a big deal for them.
Okay, that's very good. Don't care about your kids right now.
Well, I do.
How are they friends? You want to tell us this story?
I mean, they're sisters.
You want to tell this story?
Tell what story? How I'm friends with Kenny G?
That's correct.
Well, I'm not friends anymore after this.
That's right.
After him making me get up.
That's for sure.
We're friends. We're friends through golf, actually. We met through golf, and we've been friends through golf especially through the Pebble Beach tournament, which starts next week. Next week I'm playing at the Pebble Beach Pro-Am. And I don't know, about 15 years now. And he beats me in golf every time. By the way, I don't know if he's bragged about himself.
He's very good.
He's the best. He's not only the good. He's the best celebrity golfer that plays in the tournament.
Is that true, Kenny? Who's the biggest challenger? Oh, it is true.
That's true.
Yeah, okay, that sounds like a true. Mm-hmm. Okay, so who's second best, Ray?
In that tournament, who's second best? Maybe who would you think, Kenny? Maybe Justin Timberlake or somebody? I don't know.
I think Justin Timberlake has a really good swing. I'm not sure how well he scores, but he's really good. I think he's a great player.
All right, well, Ray,
Kenny, you're a scratch, right? Are you scratch 1-2 handicap, something like that, right?
I am really terrible. I've picked up a golf. Oh, you were talking
Kenny. Yeah, that's a fine.
I thought he was asking me. I thought that's a fine.
Yeah, he doesn't care about you.
I'm asking Kenny.
Yeah. Oh, I thought he said Dan.
Oh no. No, I know. We all stink. We all stink except for Kenny. But Kenny's about a scratch golfer, and nobody's even close there as far as the celebs go.
Yeah, I'm pretty close. But Raymond, how many names do we have to list before we get to you in those rankings? How good are you?
I'm a 14. I'm a legit 14, though. No cheating, no gimmies, no nothing. I play every ball in. I'm a 14 handicap. But the great thing about Pebble is you get strokes. You play in the Pro-Am. And you get strokes, so anybody can win. And Kenny, you've actually won the tournament, right? Am I right?
Actually, with Phil Mickelson in 2001, we won it. I was a 6 handicap at the moment, but it was a really cool experience. Yeah, but the thing about Ray is, thing he hasn't told you is he did beat me at his home course a couple of years ago, which was great for him, bad for me. And he's competed. He gets to compete. With his handicap, he gets to be very competitive up in Pebble. It's very tough for a lower handicap to make the cut. But you've made it, a few times, and you played in the final group
I've played 16 times. I made the cut twice. I don't know if you guys know, about 140 amateurs play, and the top 25 get to play on Sunday. It's a 3-day cut. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then the top 25 get to play in the final round. You're playing in the final round of a PGA tournament, on Sunday. So it's a big thrill for all of us.
Who's the athlete, Ray, that you've gotten to play with? And maybe, and Kenny, we've asked Kenny a lot of questions like this, but who's the athlete that you've gotten to play with where you were a little bit awed that you got to spend time with that person?
Well, you don't play, you play with the pro golfer. So the tournament that I play in where you get to play with athletes is in Tahoe, the Tahoe tournament in July.
Right.
I got to play with Tony Romo. I got to play with Roethlisberger. That's a cool one because that's about 80 of the top athletes who aren't playing. I guess in July the only thing going is baseball at that time. So there aren't any active baseball players, but there's active football players and basketball players. Steph Curry's there. I didn't get to play with Steph, but by the way, Steph Curry he's either a scratch or better. He's unbelievable. Yeah. I got to play with Trump. I played about 8 years ago. They pair you up, and they paired me up with Donald Trump about 8 or 9 years ago. I don't know if it was the stormy year. I don't know. I can't remember.
How badly did? Because Ray, you went out of your way to say that you hit every ball, you don't cheat, you don't do anything. How badly did Donald Trump cheat?
There have been reports this week about everybody saying how much of a cheater he is at golf.
Yes.
I think all the presidents. I heard Clinton was a big kick it out of the bush guy. I don't know, but he couldn't cheat there because it's a tournament. It was an official tournament.
Well, Kenny, do you have someone who's a golfer who you would identify as he's a kick it out of the bush guy? Like who is? Because Romano's out here saying I'm 14 and it's clean and it's clean. Who's the celebrity, according to both of you, most likely to be kicking it out of a bush?
We can't say that. Well, think. I can tell you this. I played with Ray. Ray will not even give himself a 2-foot putt. If he misses a 2-foot putt, he penalizes himself for these kind of things. He's very, very adamant about playing every ball. So that's actually very commendable. I think.
It's too goody two shoes. Let's go, Romano. You could. That's a
take a 2-footer.
That's a gimme. That's a gimme.
It's because I'm crazy and I'm neurotic and I'm anal. It's not goody two shoes.
Right.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you? What other
way? Don't get sucked in by Stu Gotz's tricks. He's trying to trick you into talking about people. Don't get sucked in.
No, that's right. Don't get good. Kenny G's a veteran. What else?
You're on to me, Kenny.
What is your worst neurosis, Ray? Let's get right in there. What is Ray Romano's worst neurosis? The one that's most annoying to him?
To me, it's I make mind bets. And. I had a little of a gambling issue early in my life, so to fix that, I would replace it with mind bets. So, and Kenny's right. Like when we go on a golf course, I'll say in the beginning, if I don't break a 90 today, I can't watch TV for 2 days, for 48 hours, whatever. And something like that. I deprive myself of something, and I've had to cancel. I've had to cancel trips.
What?
Because we were going to go on a golf trip, my friend and I, and I made a mind bet. I said, if I don't beat this, I can't golf for 2 weeks. And I lost it, and I had to tell him, listen, let's postpone that trip because I can't go. I stick to it. It's
Kenny,
actually...
Kenny, you brought us a crazy person, Kenny. You put on the... Kenny, you put a crazy person on the line. What's the matter with your friend?
Now there's 3 of them.
Okay, there we go. That was you,
Kenny. Let me tell you a story about Kenny. Kenny's the reason I don't drink anymore because the last time I got drunk, I was so drunk, I went to the bathroom and I started hearing Kenny G music, and then I realized I'm peeing in the elevator.
Oh. I don't know if that's true or not. I want it to be true. I want it to be true. No, Romano, it's so much better that you are a gambling drunk. Like, it's so much better.
Let me explain something. I'm not a drunk. I don't drink. That is a joke that I wrote. At Pebble, we have to perform for the volunteers, and I have to try to come up with new jokes every year. And I made up this joke, and I asked Kenny, you got to vouch that I asked your permission to tell it.
That's true. Kenny? He did ask.
Yeah. It's just a joke.
What's the single most important thing?
Hold on a second, Stugotz. Slow it down. What were you saying, Kenny? What were you saying?
I want Stugotz to ask Ray about this next movie he just started and who his co-stars are. That's what he needs to ask him.
Oh, nice.
All right, Ray, go ahead. Give us the co-stars of your next movie.
Well, I didn't start the movie. We just wrapped it. I somehow got lucky enough to get cast, and Martin Scorsese's doing a movie about Jimmy Hoffa called The Irishman, and it was Pacino and De Niro and Pesci were in it.
Wow.
And somehow I snuck my way in there.
Wow.
And they're going to CGI them. You know, De Niro Pacino's playing Jimmy Hoffa, and De Niro plays the guy who allegedly killed him. It's based on a book called I Heard You Paint Houses. And I got to get in there, and they're going to CGI those. It's not going to come out for over a year because they're going to CGI them all in their it's actually in their 40s, 50s, and 60s.
Oh, wow.
So it's crazy. I'll tell you one thing, though. Pacino, I never met either of these guys, and I was scared out of my mind. But Pacino actually gave me the incentive, my New Year's resolution, to get in shape, because what they did for me was when they aged me, they're not going to CGI me. They just did it with makeup and like a fat suit. When I got older in my 60s and 70s, I had to put a fat suit on. Right. And there was one scene, I'm telling you the truth now, me and Pacino, we took our places, we're sitting in chairs, and I guess I had just come from lunch, so I was a little bloated, but Pacino, dead serious, looked at me and said, "You wearing the fat suit for this scene?" Oh. And I said, "No, I'm not."
Oh, no. Oh, no.
That's terrible,
What a terrible.
He thought I was wearing the fat suit. It's like when you ask a woman if she's pregnant and she isn't. I know how that feels now.
So, Ray, here's what I'm thinking tomorrow, because Kenny comes back on with us tomorrow. So I'm thinking maybe you, Kenny, De Niro, Pacino, and Scorsese. What do you think? Can you pull it off, Ray?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I won't make a mind bet about that because I'll lose that one.
I'll just get one of them. We'll be fine with that.
Ray, thank you for being on with us. Kenny, as always, we'll talk to you again tomorrow. But one more question for Ray Romano. Just one more question for Ray Romano.
What's the single most important thing the Eagles have to do to beat the Patriots?
Oh, God. Jeez. I guess they got to get a 30-point lead, because if they get a 20-point lead, we know it ain't going to hold.
Very good. Good analysis.
I would say get 30-point lead in the first half.
Okay, very good. Good advice.
All right, Raymond. So we'll talk to you and Pacino tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
See you later, guys.
Thank you, Kenny. Kenny, you roll.
Catch more of the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz, 10 to 1 Eastern on ESPN Radio and ESPNU.
Winning at sports and at sports broadcasting means changing things up.
Just like La Quinta Inns and Suites is changing up their look.
A renovated lobby that's so contemporary it even makes Golic look cool.
Yes, it does. And a totally updated fitness center that even has Wingo feeling like a workout.
I'm ripped. Plus plenty of comfortable spaces to hang out.
Yep, this La Quinta look definitely has a vibe of victory.
So you can just relax, refresh, and get ready for your next big meeting.
Prepare to win at business with La Quinta Inns and Suites.
Book now at LQ.com.
ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. Terry Bradshaw going to join us in just a second on the Shell Pennzoil Performance Line. Terry may have delivered the best story ever on this show. Maybe. Certainly up there. Here's your SportsCenter update. Johnny Manziel's self-imposed deadline to sign with the CFL's Hamilton Tiger Cats passed Wednesday without an agreement, but the team left open the possibility for future negotiations. The Knicks and Joakim Noah agree that Noah should stay away from the team until the front office could trade him between now and the trade deadline. Good luck trading that. And finally, super producer and world-famous DJ Calvin Harris says he grew a beard so he could be taken more seriously. Huh. Get your Valentine's needs knocked out today with the best flash sale ever. It's the best ever. I've been endorsing 1-800-Flowers.com for 3 years now, and I'm telling you, this is the best ever. For a limited time, you can score up to 60% off best-selling bouquets, arrangements, and gifts. To order, it's simple. Go to 1-800-Flowers.com, click the radio icon, enter code Dan. 60% off, guys. Do it today. For all the latest headlines and information, tune in to the SportsCenter on ESPN Radio all throughout the day.
Jungle Boogie, you whippersnappers don't know anything about this stuff. That's my jam, yeah. You young people don't know anything.
Who sings this?
No idea.
All right.
Migos? Is this Migos? Terry Bradshaw is going to join us in moments.
You think Bradshaw knows who sings this?
Yes, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And I should, too. Terry Bradshaw told one of the best stories ever told on this show. It was that movie where we saw his butt with Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew McConaughey. Guillermo, put it on the poll. Do you know the name of that movie with Sarah Jessica Parker, Matthew McConaughey, and the butt of Terry Bradshaw? Yes or no?
I can never forget it.
Okay, well, let's hear the story from that scene that involved Terry Bradshaw's butt in a movie whose name I can't remember for anything other than Terry Bradshaw's butt.
I go back to my trailer to get my robe, and I look on my bed, and there's 3 penis socks. One is about 18 inches long, one is about 12 inches long, and one is about 4 inches long. And I'm looking, and I'm going, you have got to be kidding me. I got to pick one of these and put on my penis. And I went, holy cow. Now, if I take the big one, everybody in the world knows that that's just no way that that's possible. I got horses that couldn't fill that thing out. So I said, if I take the little one, they're going to laugh at me because it's not very long. And I know the wardrobe people are going to gather around and go, which one did he go with? Obviously, I went with the middle one. And I put that stupid thing on. I got up there to do the scenes, and I had a penis sock on, and I've never been more uncomfortable in my life.
I hear something and learn something new every time I listen to that story.
It's great.
I'm just hearing, and his delivery was fantastic.
You're not hearing the horse for the first time.
I feel like it's not that I'm hearing it for the first time. He delivered it perfectly.
Yes, he did.
Yes.
He's with us.
And the delivery.
Yeah, it's a great story. It also helps that, you wanted to choose the 4-inch sock. Terry is with us on behalf of Tide. We love talking to Terry Bradshaw. You've been working on a movie with Ed Helms and Owen Wilson, Ving Rhames, J.K. Simmons. And do you have a penis sock story from there? Do you have a great story from there?
No, I didn't get naked in that movie. It's one of the few times that I've done television movies or movies that I didn't get naked. In the show I do for NBC, Better Late Than Never, I've already been naked in 3 shows. Totally naked. In a nude park in Stockholm. Get this, in the middle of the park, there is about 10 acres for nudity. You can sunbathe out there. And then around the center of the park is all the families with picnic tables, barbecuing, and they all stay on the outside, and the nude people stay on the inside.
What?
And so I know. So I went to a car or station wagon or something, and sure enough, I just peeled all my clothes off and walked out there, and I had a hot dog in my hand they gave me for this scene, and I walked up to Shatner and Winkler and Foreman, and they went, oh, my God. And you can see this. It's so funny. I felt really good, though, because it's just something about being naked.
Right,
and,
I've got so many questions, Terry.
I get this, but being a people person that I am, and with my hot dog, there were 2 men sitting on a blanket.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. And so I went over to them and I said, do y'all mind if I join? And they said, no, sit down.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on a second, Terry. Wait, what's going on in your life? I
don't know. When you got a body like this, you just got to show it off.
That's right, Terry.
Hold on, Terry. You showed up at a picnic where 2 people were. You had only a hot dog on you?
I had a hot dog. That's it.
No socks, no shoes,
no sock.
Okay,
That's it.
and you just walked right up to him and you said,
asked if I could sit down. Can I join you?
Can I join you?
And they said yes. But being also a giver, I said, would y'all like a bite of my wiener? Oh, my God.
Terry, I love you. Look, you're still 12 years old, Terry. Terry,
Don't change
Terry,
that.
how is it possible that you're still 12 years old?
I don't know, but I'm glad I am.
All right. Well, I heard you were parasailing nude too.
Oh, please say that's true.
Yeah, I took my shorts off. They were cutting into my crotch, and so I took my shorts off and just pitched them out while I was flying in the air. Not a good moment. Not a good moment.
Terry, why are you always naked in public? Like
I told you got a body like this.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
To see it.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's all I have to say.
All right, but hold on a second. Have you had any more awkward penis sock stories, or are you just full naked? You're not even doing penis.
He's done with the penis socks.
You're not doing any penis socks anymore?
No more penis socks. I don't ever want to put a penis sock on again.
Terry, you've graduated to porn. Like, it feels like you're always nude.
No, I'm. You know what? I live on a ranch, and then we have 2 bathrooms in the house on our side. I still will get out of the chair and go outside and pee in the yard.
That a boy.
Thank you.
Why? Why do I do that?
I don't know.
When I had my daughter, I'd walk outside and I'd pee in the backyard, and I didn't realize she was walking with me. She's like 2 years old, and I'm sitting there peeing, and so she says, "Well, look, I'll pee with Daddy," and so she tilted her shoulders back and she let her rip.
Let her rip. All right. So she is Daddy's daughter. This is what I want to ask you. Thank you, Terry, because to speak to your inner 12-year-old, I want to know the 3 oddest places where Terry Bradshaw has urinated.
Oh, man. Oddest places I've urinated. I got caught the other day on the side of a road.
No, you got caught?
Gotta go. Yeah.
Yeah, well, they pulled a trick on me. I had to go so bad. When you're 69 and got prostate issues, you just pee a lot.
Right.
And they pulled the car up. All the jerks, my buddies, they pulled the car up in Hawaii, and there I was standing right there as the car came by. I mean, seriously. And then I turned around and peed all over my pants.
Oh, you know what would be good for that, Terry? Tide.
Tide is the best.
Would be good for that. Yeah.
Tide. That's why I'm here promoting Tide.
When you actually wear clothes.
No, we didn't know that. We didn't know that. Yeah. You were just saying that Tide was excellent if you pee your pants.
Excellent. Oh, yeah. It gets the stains out. #1 stain remover. Our guys, hey, man, I can go into my Tide spill like nothing. I can go forever.
Are you eating something? What are you eating?
I'm chewing gum.
Oh, okay.
Right. I lost the juice in my mouth.
No.
So I got to put some juice back in my mouth.
Oh, not general. It's not like an illness. Now. It's just for the day. It's not.
I just need to get some. I've been talking for 2 hours.
3 oddest places you've peed.
3 oddest places I've peed. Let me think.
Yep.
We got plenty of time.
Here's one.
All right.
Top of the house.
What?
Top of the house, peed, but I was going to pee over the edge, but I ended up peeing in the gutter, which is kind of cool.
Okay.
Top of the house, that's the one I knew for sure.
That's a good one. How about the sink? Ever in the sink? Ever in the sink of the house?
Oh, of course. Of course I've peed in the sink.
Do you even use a bathroom anymore?
I get this. In college, we had a sink, and the bathroom was right outside my door, and I'd get up, my roommate, he'd be asleep, and I'd just get up and pee in the sink. Wash it out good, though.
Terry, when's the last time you peed the traditional way? In a toilet.
In a place where a place where human beings
You mean like go to the bathroom? I hate to hear that noise, that peeing noise when it hits the water.
Yeah.
I don't like that. So I sit down. I have a bad back anyway.
Oh, you're sitting
really?
down. Terry, you are so revealing. You just volunteer everything.
I said, well, it's 2:00 in the morning. I'm sleepy. I don't want to stand up there and make all that noise and wake everybody up.
You understand, though, that usually if I say 4-time Super Bowl champion, that's a person who doesn't want to be associated with peeing sitting down.
Well, I really don't care.
Okay, very good.
Maybe everybody. Listen. Maybe everybody else is worried about their image. I think I only enhance mine.
Very good.
I do things that you and everybody else does. Y'all just don't talk about it.
That's right. Terry, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. Tomorrow.
Okay.
Tide today. Tide. Did y'all talk about my Tide commercial? You talk about taking the things. You talk about Tide being the number one detergent in America?
Yes, we did. Yes.
So, do you know when Tide was invented? Give me the year.
Oh, I don't know.
1946.
Okay.
We'll save some stuff for tomorrow.
Do you wash your own clothes?
No.
No, I do. And I washed my dog's blankets yesterday before I came up here to Minneapolis. I wash everything, nothing but Tide. Do you use the pods? Are you a powder guy or are you liquid?
I'm all about the pods.
I'm a pod guy too, but I do like the liquid. Although I get it everywhere. Do you put it? Do you pour it in? Do you put your Tide in and take it to the full line, or do you go over the full line? If you go over the full line, it'll drain out and get on your clothes.
I feel like he's right about I feel like Terry's bullying me right now with the Tide and with his advertising.
Let me tell you what I think about you. I think you guys are gutless. Let me tell you why. Why aren't you here? Why aren't you right here?
Terry, because we've heard you're nude everywhere.
No, I'm not naked here. I'm good.
I don't know how long that's going to last. No. Nor do I know if I get near you that you're not going to pee on me.
Can we get you naked somehow on the show?
Hey,
Terry, take a shirt off. Just take a shirt off.
I got it off. My shirt's already off. I took it off a while ago. I'm sitting right here with my tattoos. Everybody's just taking pictures of me. It's pretty amazing.
What's the single most important
you know
thing
what?
the Falcons have to do to beat the Patriots?
I think he wants you to repeat the question. Hold on. I think he wants you to repeat the question, Stugatz.
What's the single most important thing the Falcons have to do to beat the Patriots?
The Falcons have to. Okay, now what do you think? I'm stupid now, huh? All right. Well, first of all, let's protect our 28-3 lead.
That's very good, Terry. We couldn't get you. We couldn't get you, Terry.
Hey, I'm a member of the Mensa Society. None of you are.
That's right. Terry, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
No, I'm not through yet.
Okay, very good. Keep going.
What else you got?
You did not ask me one football question. What's going on around? What's wrong with you guys?
We just did. We asked you about the Falcon.
Yeah.
That was last year, you goober.
Okay, well, let's ask him. I'm sorry.
No,
Hold on. We got another question.
Calm down.
I got more interviews to do.
Hold on.
What?
What's the single most important thing the Eagles have to do to beat the Patriots?
The single most important thing the Eagles have to do to beat the Patriots, you ready for this insight?
Yep.
Score more.
There it is!
There you go.
Bradshaw!
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yes,
Bye.
Bradshaw, you rule!
I'm out of here.
Yeah!
I don't get that anywhere else.
You don't get that anywhere else. Urinating naked, Terry Bradshaw!
All I want to do is a zoom, 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 and a boom, boom.
Yeah, it is gutter. I am delirious right now. I want to run to wherever I want to take off clothes and run to wherever Terry Bradshaw is right now.
He saved us today.
And wherever that ends up, I'm okay with it. Just stripping off clothes the entire way that I'm running toward Terry Bradshaw's bosom because of what he just did to our radio show.
He's great.
He was a sprinkler on the roof, urinating from the roof of our radio show. Sometimes you do not have the words to express how much you love your significant others. So let other people say it for you in greeting card form. You know that Hallmark does this better than anyone else. Tell them, Stu Guy.
Yep, they are the best, and it's almost Valentine's Day. It's right around the corner, and that means you need to go out and buy your lady a card. You have to do it, guys, but you don't go out and buy her just any card. Don't do that. Pick up a truly special card from Hallmark Signature. She'll know you put some thought into it. She'll know that you actually care. Seriously, if you're looking for the best, because she's the best, these are the kind of cards that make an impression. As in, she'll be impressed and feel loved, which is a win-win for you, my friend. So you can find the perfect Hallmark Signature Valentine's Day card today wherever Hallmark cards are sold.
Our show has set and broken every ratings record.
ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. Super Bowl week is breaking me right now.
You are a mess.
Yeah,
like Stugatz is, so many things are going wrong in Stugatz's life. He doesn't know what day it is. He's delirious. Everybody's making him work too hard. There are players talking in places, selling things, and he's not hearing it, so he makes him crazy.
Do we have a guest coming up here?
Yes, we got Mina Kimes on a whip on a zip line.
Okay, so she'll join us on, I guess not the Shell Pennzoil performance, on a zip line.
That's right.
Okay. But anyway, all guests appear.
The Shell performance, the zip line.
The Shell Pennzoil performance zip line.
That's right.
Mina Kimes is going to join us there in just a second. What an odd show we do. Here's your SportsCenter update. Johnny Manziel's self-imposed deadline to sign up with the CFL's Hamilton Tiger Cats passed Wednesday without an agreement, but the team left open the possibility for future negotiations. The Knicks and Joakim Noah agreed that Noah should stay away from the team until the front office could trade him between now and the trade deadline. I wish the Knicks would have figured that out years ago, him staying away from the team. Phil Jackson. And finally, Paul Simon has announced a farewell show at London's Hyde Park on July 15th in 2016. Simon told the New York Times, "Showbiz doesn't hold any interest for me. I'm going to see what happens if I let go. Then I'm going to see who am I? Or am I just this person that was defined by what I did? And if that's gone, if you have to make up yourself." That's actually very interesting right there.
What part?
Just like the feeling, like once the lights have turned off.
You really are answering the question instead of going to a previous story? Did you forget to do that because you're disoriented? You thought I was genuinely curious in your thoughts on the final story?
I'm telling you, I am rattled, and Super Bowl week is getting to me, and I've had a breaking point today. I've got fine. Hopefully, I have some money.
You're blaming things other than yourself for your terrible performance.
I got someone email me. I got to make a pick every day this week. Some daily streak thing I got to do. I got Charlie with a prop bet thing I got to do.
I'll tell you what's happening with Stugotz, and this is ESPN.
Jeez.
ESPN will bury you on this front. Once they realize that you'll do stuff, then everybody realizes you'll do stuff, and next thing you know, Stugotz is being buried by request, and Mina Kimes is on a zip line at a mall, even though she's terrified of zip line.
Yeah. I don't even know what I have to do. That's the thing. For all the latest headlines and information, tune in the Sports Center on ESPN Radio all throughout the day.
Mike, I saw you talking to Mina on the phone. You were giggling with laughter. I'm assuming it's because she sounds so afraid.
Well, at first it was because she sounded awful. Like, it was terrible. We need this to work on the radio. So we had to rig something, and I believe Mina's calling us right now with the phone just taped to her bra.
Okay, is that what is happening right? Yeah, well, yes, Mina. Give us your surroundings.
All right, so there are currently 2 Mall of America employees trying to tape my phone to my bra, inside to be specific, so that when I go down the zip line, I'll be able to give you my take without losing it.
Okay, so all right, without losing the phone, that would okay, that's good. The boobs are all right. The boobs are involved.
That's good.
Okay,
all right.
Everything's good.
Cozy, nice and cozy.
There you go. So Mina Kimes.
Fall anywhere. I don't think it'll fall. Yeah, it'll fall under the bra. Yeah. Sorry.
No, that's quite all right. So how afraid are you of this situation? Because we wanted to put you in precarious position. So how are you? What is your level of fear right now?
I just saw a guy go down, and it looks very terrifying. I'm almost as terrified, though, of losing my phone. So now I'm doubly terrified.
Okay.
Not terrified to get takes, though.
Okay, so she's going to give takes. All right, so how close are you for the zip line moving? Because what we're going to do is we're going to ask you.
I'm getting walked up, yeah.
All right, so we're going to ask. She's at the Mall of the America. This is where all the media is. Mina Kimes, ESPN, the magazine, is there.
Mall of America, fun.
Did I get it wrong
you
again?
You added a D there.
Okay, yeah. Mall of America.
There's just one.
Okay,
yeah.
So Mina, tell us where you are, because what we're going to do is we're going to ask you one Super Bowl question, and then you're going to answer it while you're going down the zip line. So how long will the zip line take, do you think?
How long does it take us?
Yeah.
A couple of minutes. Wow. Really?
What?
Right.
Wait, what?
Wow.
A couple of minutes?
No, it can't be a couple of minutes on a zip line. What does it go from here to Costa Rica?
They were baking in the walking time. Actual time in the air is 45 seconds.
All right. So you're perched up high, right? You're afraid of heights, I'm assuming, right, Mina?
All right.
I'm super afraid of heights.
All right, just listen. Yeah. I've done this before, and I bailed on my daughter. So what I'm telling you, it's advice. She went first, and then I didn't follow up. Right. But don't look down.
All right. So how can you give us play by play, Mina, on where you are in this situation?
Oh my God! I have to walk all the way by myself up like 3 flights of scary stairs. Okay. All right. Oh, my God.
All right.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Wait a minute.
What happened?
Wait a minute. Don't curse, Mina. Also,
I won't.
Have we checked our liability insurance?
Oh, I'm strapped in, right? You double-check.
You're good, Dan.
Triple check, please. Yes.
Did you sign anything?
Wait a minute. What? You're climbing up a ladder while having something taped to your phone, taped to your breast, and you're not. How's the footing? How's the footing?
Yes. Everything's harder when you're a woman, man. Oh my god. So I'm going up these like really scary stairs. That's what I'm scared of. I haven't even started the zip line. It's like, okay, cool.
This is going to be
good. I just walk?
Yeah, what's Barnwell doing?
He bailed after solving the escape room for me.
No, Mina, Barnwell's holding a shotgun, and Ball of America is what he's doing. He's just wandering around with a shotgun. So as you climb now, where are you? How much longer is it going to be before we get to get your Super Bowl coverage from a zip line?
I think about...
a phone line dying would be bad right about now. There would be no payoff with Mina. Have we climbed too high into the sky to be heard? I'm sorry.
This is really scary.
All right, all right. Don't look down, Mina. Do not
Mina,
look
how
down.
close?
I'm getting actually pretty close, I think.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Oh, let us know when you want the question. Let us know.
Well, just let us know when you're standing over the thing and they're about to push you off.
And then Scott will ask the question, and we will.
Oh, my God.
All right.
Why did I do this?
You do it for the show.
I'm trembling with fear.
Okay.
All right, so you got to tell us.
All right.
It's not worth it. Wait, what?
All right.
I went the wrong way. Okay.
The wrong way is no good. The wrong way with this guy. All right, ask the question. Just fire up.
Wait. I'm getting close.
No, you're not.
No, she's not there yet. She's got to be like midair, zip lining.
No, she's got to be able to hear the question before she jumps on the zip line. This is very scary for all of us. This is a moment of great tension that may have a punchline payoff, or it may just end with our phone line dropping and us getting no satisfactory conclusion.
Something may die. A phone or Mina.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Well, the second one would be really bad. Really bad. That's something we need.
Hell of a way to go out.
Not for us. It would be very bad for us, given where we are right now. But the dramatic tension is high. So, Mina, where in this situation are you? Have we lost the phone line? Oh, I'm worried about this.
Oh, no.
This is
Mina.
This is the
Mina,
part
do
I'm
you
worried
copy?
About. This is the part I'm worried about.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Where's Bradshaw?
Should we go to break with a cliffhanger? Like, this feels like a legitimate cliffhanger. But I do feel like we might come back next segment and the phone will still not work because she's too high in the sky because we haven't thought these things out. And the Super Bowl kind of snuck up on us this year.
Hold on.
We're calling Mina back.
Listen, the Super Bowl's a weird event. You never know what time of year it's going to happen. So I understand why it snuck up. What do we do? We're calling her back?
That's right. We're calling her back on a different line.
Okay.
Bear with us, people, okay? Because we got to give you the payoff at this point.
Oh, no, they're here for it.
But we're in too deep. We're in too deep is the problem. Like, there is a lot of risk here and not a lot of reward. That's where we are. Like, at this point in the proceedings, we've gone in so deep that there may be a reward at the end of this, and I'm looking forward to it because the dramatic tension is legitimately building. Hold on.
Hold on, one sec. Just let me get to the point.
Yes?
Yeah.
What's the point? To the point.
Okay.
I'm 20 feet away.
All right, 20 feet away.
Okay.
Tell us when you're ready for the question. Please don't curse, Mina. Be careful with your language. Please don't curse anymore.
So sorry. Okay, I won't. Okay, one sec.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
This is oddly dramatic.
It is, but it's also taking about a month.
Mm-hmm.
I don't watch anything for a month. Oh no. Oh, it's the breasts. The breast.
Mina?
What was that, boob dial?
Yes, we just got boob dialed. Oh, no. Mina, what's happening?
This is a logistical challenge.
She's calling me.
Oh, no.
Hello? Are you there yet?
All right. People, what should we do? I'm not asking the shipping container. I'm asking the audience. What is the move right now as we careen into the ditch?
I'm going to try calling her one more time.
One more time. We're going to try and reach her.
Okay.
Dominique, is this working? It's taking too long, right? It's taking these.
I'm the only person who actually cares about Mina, who is not enjoying this. This feels terrible. You guys are evil.
Okay, well, you really sucked the fun out of everything we were doing around here. Yeah. You are the one who cares about Mina.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. Push her off.
Let's go.
All right, so here we go. What is our degree of confidence right now that this is going to resolve?
How about an all-time low?
Now, Billy, where are you with this?
Don't ask him. He's rattled.
Billy, where are you with this? The show is leaking confidence right now. We need a Terry Bradshaw. Like, you're watching right now. Maximum vulnerability. Are you ready, Mina?
Wait, one last thing. Which way do I turn? I'm facing that way. Yep. How does this work? And I'm strapped in? You're checked? You triple checked?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Okay.
This is so much scarier than I anticipated.
Okay, how close? We're asking
right
the question.
Here.
You're not going to fall, Mina. You're fine.
All right, we're going to ask the question, and then you just answer whenever you.
I really regret doing this.
Okay, go, Mike.
What's the single most important thing the Eagles have to do to beat the Patriots?
All right. I'm ready?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm guessing you want me to answer once I'm in the air?
Yes. Or you could start.
Or you can start now.
No, start now. Start now. Whatever your answer is. Let's ask the question again. Let's ask the question. Can you repeat the question?
What's the single most important thing the Eagles have to do to beat the Patriots?
Down with my feet? Oh, my God. This is so scary. Hold on. Oh, I'm really scared. Okay, hold on. Just jump? Just sit down and lift my feet?
Just
jump!
Oh,
my God. Why do I do this? I have to maintain a pass rush in the fourth quarter, not like the Falcons. And they have a lot of depth. I guess that's what helps them do that. But oh, my God.
She's still with us?
Where do I stop?
So get to Brady with 4 is what it sounded like.
Is that what you said, Mina? We
put pressure on Brady.
We find out if Mina Kimes is still alive. Maybe next.
Here comes the money.
I want all our guests on that.
Really? Because it went so well. Because it went so well in the build-up.
I'm telling you, that was great.
Bro, at the end, it was, yes, it had the payoff.
Even the build-off was funny.
Okay, but if the phone had died again, 1-800-Flowers, again, Valentine's Day is getting closer and closer. Don't fall behind or miss out on this great gift from 1-800-Flowers. Talk to him, Stugat.
Yep, right now, guys. Now. Do it now. It's right around the corner. Take care of business today. You can score up to 60% off best-selling bouquets, arrangements, and gifts. That's right. 60% off select items that she's guaranteed to love. With an amazing selection of sweets, treats, and bouquets, 1-800-Flowers has everything you need for Valentine's. She'll never guess how great of a deal you scored. 1-800-Flowers works with premier farms around the world to ensure you get the best flowers available for the best possible price. What happened?
Mike looks like Mina sounded.
Is she okay?
No, look at Mike. Mike looks post-coital. Look at him. Mike is terrified. We still don't know what's going on with Mina. Find out next.
I mean, Mike, is she alive? We don't know if she's alive? Well, say hi to Orr Bryles when you get there. Up to 60% off best-selling bouquets and gifts really is the perfect reward for thinking ahead and ordering early. Just pick your delivery date and let 1-800-Flowers handle the rest. When it comes to Valentine's, don't settle for anything less than My Rose Authority. It's 1-800-Flowers.com to order beautiful Valentine's bouquets, arrangements, and gifts up to 60% off. It's simple. Go to 1-800-Flowers.com, click the radio icon, enter code Dan, order today, and save at 1-800-Flowers.com, code Dan.
Our show has set and broken every ratings record.
Mina Kimes, ESPN The Magazine writer, has survived, I think. So 30 seconds or less. Mina, just recap, a summary of events.
Well, I was cool as a cucumber. No stress, no nerves. Delivered my takes perfectly, I felt. Yeah, it was just pretty easy, all said and done.
What was the take again? Because
you didn't hear it?
I didn't. I heard the first half of it. What was the take?
Oh, the single thing that the Eagles have to do is get pressure into the fourth quarter, right? Because that's what happens. All these defenses get tired by the fourth quarter. They're not able to pressure Brady's end in the interior.
Wow, that would have been good to hear all of that going down there if it hadn't just dissolved into screams. Okay, thank you for doing that for us. We'll have you do something terrifying for us again tomorrow.
We're proud of you.
Can't wait.
Yeah,
bye, guys.
Say hi to Barnwell.
Yeah, she's scared of roller coasters too, isn't she? What other death-defying things are there? That was the degree of difficulty on that was a bit high given the phone situation.
Yes.
Are we going to be able to get a phone on a roller coaster tomorrow? Like, because those things become dangerous.
Maybe earbuds would work better. I don't know. Maybe.
That's what she was using, but it wasn't working well, so we had to improvise.
Well, you guys got it done. I salute you. Yeah. I salute you. This show, I mean, I don't know. You got naked Terry Bradshaw peeing off a roof into his gutter.
Yep. Barnwell holding a shotgun.
Yeah, and Bill Barnwell holding a shotgun.
You can listen to the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugats 10 to 1 Eastern on ESPN Radio, and you can watch on ESPNU.